Hi, this is Adam Lefkoff with,
Cayle George.
and today we're going to watch a qualifying game from Papa 14 this past summer. What's interesting is this game was actually played by Cayle George, and we have him on board so we can ask him a few questions about what he was thinking about during qualifying. I would just like to point out that qualifying at Papa is a very different strategy involved than when you're playing head-to-head against someone. Okay, so here we are on ball one on Pirates of the Caribbean, and generally you're thinking multi-ball. Oh, and there you go, right off the bat, a nice shot up to Tortuga.
Yeah, in Pirates, you can have a lot of success if you can just play Tortuga multi-balls over and over. And given that there's one shot to start that multi-ball, focusing in on that and learning that shot early in the game and taking that out through all three balls can be really advantageous. So that's what you see me trying to do here is get Tortuga lit, start a multi-ball, and then start picking up points once I'm in there.
Excellent. The other half of that equation, of course, is being able to, good little slap slave, be able to live catch out of Tortuga. This one at Papa, as I recall, if you didn't bump it, it would kick off the left sling, and you're giving it a real nice little bump there. Not enough to pick up a warning, because when I tried to bump it occasionally, I would get that warning. Here's a quick little boom. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
There demonstrates what happens if you don't bump well.
Yeah, and you have to give it a hard slap when it's coming out that left side to keep it out of the sling. And I actually injured myself playing this game at Papa 14 over and over again. The amount of effort
slapping
to
on
move
your
this game,
on your palm. Oh.
Yeah, it actually gave me tendonitis in my left elbow for a couple months. So, it wasn't a trivial move. It required some force, but also finesse to get that to come over there.
Seems like you were doing it pretty well. That first Tortuga did not go well for you. You were unable to get the second lock in, and that was
it's tough feeling out that shot. Until you get that dialed in, it can be a rough battle. Also see me struggling with the post pass there.
Yeah, the rubbers were real fresh. This was a game pretty early on Thursday, and those rubbers were unbelievably bouncy. And it's a tricky little post pass. That's a little better right there. The good news after ball one is that you hadn't really gone all in yet. On this game, it's really about maximizing things when you get your jackpots maxed out at $2 million. Which is
the bottom part of the compass there that's flashing is max jackpot value, and I have that lit now to collect up the center shot in the game.
That's right. It lights on after you complete Tortuga, and so it's ready to go, but you haven't collected yet. So you're still in good shape.
Yeah, it's one of the highest scoring opportunities in the game, and it only carries for one ball. So once you activate that by shooting that center shot, you're basically locked in to capitalize on that ball.
Absolutely. This really is a one-ball game in some respects. You can have 1,000,000 points after two balls, and you still have, if you haven't collected that max jack, you still have the potential of a huge game. And
exactly.
Here you are. You had less than 2,000,000 points after ball one, but okay, we're into the second Tortuga. Let's see if you have a little better luck this time. Oh, a little early. Oh, power in lane. All right, good recovery.
Those are so scary when you're in Papa qualifying and you brick a shot like that.
Especially on Pirates.
There again,
the green targets of death.
Crazy, ridiculous luck getting that ball back there.
All right, let's see, get that
see if
third
I can put it in there. I might end up with just 3 balls in play here, but if I can get that,
timer's out. Yep. Oh, a little backhand try. That was very ambitious.
Yeah. little Roger
okay,
Sharp
so you get some ball saver now, and generally people will let their balls fall down and to get full plunged up to try to. Right now, you want to get your key lit to get the trunk going.
Correct. So during this ball save time, you can just kind of let the flippers down, drop all your balls, and spell key over the top lanes.
So you've also brought the ship already. You've sunk your ship and brought it in.
Yeah, and so given that this is a Papa qualifying run, and I'm not trying to GC the game here, I'm trying to get a good, solid score to begin with. It was really important for me to bring 2 multi-balls together here and not necessarily try and take heart right away. And so I wasn't interested in spilling key, but with the full dump, I'm trying to get into the ship multi-ball, get that stacked, and then work on key while I've got the 2 multi-balls going.
Okay, I can't help but notice you've got a nice L1 pose there. That was 2 on one, 1 on the other, and you've doubled your jackpots. There's a nice hit on the Kraken. Now,
Yeah, so with the max jackpot value, we're at 2
Yep.
million a shot when I have them lit by throwing the ball in the trunk there. So as long as I can cycle balls in the trunk,
okay,
relight
so
my
there you go.
jackpots.
Jackpots are lit. Almost every shot's 2 million now, and you can get it up with the Tortuga. You can double or even triple that for 4 and 6 million jacks. So this is exactly where you want to be. A little unlucky there, trying to get back to the L1. Oh, let's see. Oh, doing all right. Picking up. Nope, there's a jack. There's a double jack. Oh, lost 1 ball. So we're down to 2 balls now.
I'm really just trying to play it safe here.
Oh,
to pick
dear.
up as many of those double jackpots as I can. And you know, when you're playing this game in a tournament like this, qualifying, you just have to roll with the mistakes. You know.
Yeah, that was a little unlucky on the cradle separation. All right, so here's where this is really the pressure on Pirates, because your max jacks are in. This is the ball where you really got to collect your big score, and you need to get back to multi-ball. So you're working Tortuga again, but boy, you don't want to make a mistake here and lose your max jack.
Yeah, and I mean,
sling, sling. Oh, okay, good. You're back under control. Gee, the flippers aren't getting soggy yet. Come on, the game's only been on 5 minutes.
Terrible.
All right,
Yeah,
let's see. And of course, Tortuga gets a little harder each time. There's a couple spare 2 millions are still lit. Doesn't hurt.
So just if only I could do a post catch on this machine, I would have been able to grab it there and stop it. But
Well, there was the
thing with those
backhand.
rubbers-
Look at that. A little slap save. You backhanded it up to Tortuga. Oh, and you just need one more target. It doesn't seem like every time on Tortuga it stops one. Boom. There you go.
Oh,
now
man.
you're ready. All right. But boy, you've got that live catch down great. That is awesome, because that is not easy with the way the tilt was set on this game. All right, back into Tortuga.
Back in, still ball 2. We've got max jackpot going.
Oh, there
so
it
it's
is.
Another
You got
party.
the second one. Now you can relax.
we
You're
can
already at
cycle
40
this
million.
For the 4 ball, it's going to be pretty good, and it's pretty close on heart as well.
Yep. So.
All right. So there we go. 4 ball Tortuga right back in it.
And let's see, are you going to go to the ship again for the second, or are you looking to maybe get heart going this time?
Trying to see here.
See how many.
My
You've got
intent was to
3
try and
letters.
grab a bunch of balls, see if I could get them nice and trapped, and then start cycling some more jackpots and going for heart. Such a bouncy game the way it was set up. It was really tough to get control. So there, I just dumped a couple balls, tried to get the play field freed up a bit, gain some control as that ball save was timing out.
Here you go. Let's see what you can do. You've got. Yeah, it's tough. Those drains are. Okay, you only have, I think, maybe 2 shots now to start heart. There's 1. That's your last letter, and then you have to hit it 1 more time. Oh, that's. Yeah, you.
I think if you crank the volume up on the video there, you can hear
That
me.
was a good dough. Yeah, you had a little choice word for the pinball gods there. That was terribly unlucky. And of course, you're only 1 shot away from starting heart, so you're not stacked with Tortuga now. But at least you're in heart multi-ball. You get another 4 balls served out with a nice ball saver, and all those sweet 2 million jackpots are going to keep being lit for you.
You know, there's a tactical error that's made here. I don't start cycling balls into Tortuga as much as I should be right now.
Right, because you can re-prime Tortuga and get it ready to go.
Yeah, and somehow I became interested in shooting at the ship for no apparent reason, which is really bad. And heat of the moment, maybe excited with a good game, and just totally dropped the ball of just cycling Tortuga here and post-passing over and re-live trapping, because that would have been a pretty easy maneuver.
Right. But you know, you're at 80 million now, and you're still collecting your 2 million. So we'll forgive you that little bit of oversight or tactical. And it's really tough when you're in the thick of it, and you're playing multi-ball and you're concentrating. It's hard sometimes to remember exactly what the plan was, and sometimes silly ideas come to you for no good reason.
Yeah, and this is the point in a qualifying run at Papa. This is game 2. I just played TX Sector and put up a fairly reasonable mid-level game on it, where you start realizing that given this game that's going along pretty good, you start to look towards a top 10 score, that you're really going to try and start maximizing the points you can get and still try and play it safe, because this could be the run that's going to get you in. And on day 1 at Papa, that's a
boy, that could save
awesome
you a lot of money
treat if you can do that. Yeah, that'll save you some money and some time and some grief.
Yeah, this run, this was actually your very first ticket at Papa, and after 2 games, it's looking pretty viable, as we would say. You still got a lot of good things going on. You just keep picking up those 2 millions.
And as is the case with many Papa runs, totally bricked this one after this game. Ended up with 3 0-pointers, I think, on the next 3
Welcome
games.
to Papa. Leave your checkbook at the door. Yes, it's the most difficult tournament in the world to qualify for. Clearly, you have to get 4 out of 5, at least 4 out of 5, good consistent games on what are quite possibly the hardest setup machines in the world. This game was unbelievably steep. It was tilty. You're making it look easy right now, but boy, you go look at some of the scores that people put up. I would also point out that the run that actually did qualify you this year, you had 4 good scores and you had 1 really bad score. Guess what that one game was?
I think that was about 1.5 million points on this Pirates.
It was. That was 194th score on Pirates. It was nearly the low, not quite. So that's Papa for you, right? You've played this game. 8 times you had a top 35 score on this game. This was clearly one of your go-to games and very consistent. But boy, when you had the run that actually got you in, I would like to see that one on tape. I bet there's some green targets of death in that one.
Jeez. So Adam, when you're playing Pirates, at this point, would you ever change up and start thinking about going for Davy Jones?
No.
Would you just keep working?
Never. No. You got the Tortuga shot down. When I'm in Tortuga, I would maybe get to the next ship. You can get those ships, and you start. You open your chest. You got these 2 millions forever. I don't think anyone would. Well, I'm sure some of the guys would probably go for it, but why bother? It's working. It's safe.
Yeah. And you'll see a lot of experienced players do that. When you have that max jackpot going, you're just going to grind this until it's done.
Now the players have the Davy Jones rate that they talk about, where you can basically play Davy Jones forever.
Correct.
But I don't know, how's the points on that? I'm sure you play forever.
Yeah, the points on that are great, but there you're talking about it's like executing the Genie Harem Rape on Totan. At that point, you're already having a stellar game, already in contention for the number 1 score qualifying if you were doing the Davy Jones Rape. At that point, that's not going to be your strategy from the get-go. You're going to take that as a nice little cherry when it comes along. So if you were to go all in from ball 1, trying to pick up Davy Jones, that would be a gigantic feat to make that happen.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, you've dialed into Tortuga now, man. You're hitting it every time. You've got another full Monty loaded up here. You're letting them go. You're going to get your key lit. You got that third ship's probably getting close. You still got your max jacks here. So this is
like
an
a dream
outstanding
come
ball.
true
This is
ball
probably the
run.
best. This turned out to be the number 1 score the entire weekend on this machine. This ball alone was probably the number 1 score all weekend. And you wonder, well, geez, why can't you just do this every game?
Yeah, I wish.
Well, 8 times you got over 45 million. So, you had good success with this game, and this was the very first time. So you can see it. Oh, very nice little double combo. Open up the heart.
So yeah, we're seeing here if I can get those heart jackpots relit. They've been down and out for the count with having played that heart multi-ball.
Little. Oh dear.
You can see there how just touchy these flippers are.
Yeah, just a little tiny flick that should have just sent it over. Actually, it went into the sling.
You get those stern flippers that are just so binary, on or off.
Don't
and give it a little tap.
Don't tilt. You just took a single or double. You're gonna have a huge bonus on this ball. Pirates, the bonus can really get up there when you play a bunch of multi-balls. You don't even realize how many treasures you pick up. And your multiplier is on the pop bumpers, and it can get up to 15 or 20x. So, it's a good 15, 20 million kind of bonus for this kind of ball.
Yeah, it's really easy to forget about that on this game.
So, were you thinking about your bonus at all at this point? Because that was a pretty aggressive slide save there.
Not at all. I think I lucked out on this ball, not draining my bonus, especially with max jackpot. I think usually I'm under the impression that I'll do anything I can to keep this ball
Right.
in play.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
so
true.
valuable.
That's an excellent point. When you do have your max jack lit, you really want to go down swinging. You don't want to let that ball go when you have a chance to save it. And, you made a nice save there. So.
And those are the types of things you're thinking about while you're playing. If I had a choice in retrospect of a ball going out an out lane ever and having that kind of opportunity set up, and it was 50-50 if I would tilt, lose that fat bonus, or keep going, here's the time where you want to take that chance, because in any of these multi-balls, it's 6 shots to overtake that bonus score and potentially score a lot more.
Right. And I think if you have a much smaller score and you're really trying to nickel and dime your way to at least maybe a top 50 to get 30 or 40 points on your ticket, that's when really the bonus becomes a lot more important. But when you're blowing it up like this, it's kind of just sort of gravy. Good thing it drained there, because I think you were getting close to losing it. Let's see what your bonus is here. Yeah, 75, 26x.
26.
Hey, there's 11. And of course, that was only on ball 2, so you're going to have that bonus again on ball 3, no matter how poorly it goes. And of course, the pinball gods are chuckling right now, because how often do you have one great ball and then you just know it's coming?
Just succubus going to take my ball away.
You can just feel it. And of course, if you're watching this video at home, you can see that the Vimeo time is nearly done, so it's kind of inevitable. You're right back at it, though. Your first shot looked good.
Yeah, it's so tough trying to grind those Tortugas after the first couple ones. You're just sitting there like rolling the dice each time, praying that it's going to give you more target hits than the last time.
Yeah.
You get those shots and it gives you like half a light on that backboard, and you're just waving your fist and chuckling.
And the flippers
here
are
we go.
getting a little soggy.
I'm guessing this is probably about the last shot I'm going to have here.
See what happens
There's
here.
a brick.
Oh,
Little
missed
sling
a
action.
jack.
Oh, another trap. I think I got a little excited by ball 2. My shot percentage on that left ramp went from about 95
the green
to
target of death finally lives up to
10%.
its name. Look at the bonus, though. 12-6 just for plunging.
It was a worthwhile ball.
And there's the grand champion score that held up the entire weekend. That was an excellent qualifying game from Cayle George, and thanks for talking about it. It was really interesting to hear what you yourself were thinking about.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed us talking about that ridiculous play there on Pirates. Thanks a lot.